have you guys seen On My Block? Because the show is amazing. And I've got the star right here, Jessica Marie Garcia. We're going to talk about how she got on the show, what she's doing next, and how she's running for president. All coming up. I know why Netflix gave you a show and gave you season 2, because ever since you walked in this door, you are contagious with your personality and your vibe and your attitude. I just love it.
Well, she's also amazing too, so it's very easy to be happy around her.
Yeah, we're having a love fest right now, and it's not just a fake Hollywood love fest because we have to talk to each other for the next 30 to 40 minutes. No, really, I walked in and you've been so amazing, and I'm just your energy is infectious. You see that on your show, On My Block.
Thank you.
And I'm so honored to have you here today.
I'm honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. And I love how you did the glam today.
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, hello. Look at who I'm with right now. I can't even talk about you as a whole.
You guys, she's got the biggest trend right now, which is the brown liner trend. Everybody in the makeup world is talking about the brown liner trend. It's hard to do.
Make sure we zoom in to the eyeliner trend.
Yes.
I didn't even know it was on my face. Yeah.
That's how amazing the trend is. You had no clue.
She was doing my makeup with one bloodshot eye. I'm like, oh, it's brown? That's great.
The fact that you guys have this ensemble cast, a diverse cast, and you're leading the show as a Latina, right? This is a big deal.
It's definitely a big deal for me. I mean, growing up, I'm not used to seeing people of color be the stars of a show.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a broken record. You're either the friend or the neighbor, and that's it. And it's a drive-by. It's hi, how you doing? And we're gone.
Yeah.
And then you never see them again. So the fact that I'm a series regular this year, and it's my first series regular ever, and I've been at this for a minute. I was I'm a guest star forever, but that's okay. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna be grateful for it. But I pushed this year, and Netflix was so gracious I thought it was gonna be a fight. I was listen, I want to be a series regular, okay? And they were like, oh, yeah, great. And I was like, oh, yeah, thanks, that's fine. But I was I was ready. I was ready to fight.
For fight.
I was like, listen, I'm fun.
Because this industry is tough.
Girl.
How long have you been doing acting?
Professionally for 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah, straight out of high school. I was bye.
Wow. Wait, I feel like you look so good.
I'm not 15?
It's the Cuban and Mexican gene, but next life I might be Cuban and Mexican. You look like you're still in high school.
Thank you. I still am.
You still are technically on Netflix.
Is next year. Thank you.
Technically on Netflix, you're still in high school. God bless your genes. But you've been doing it for 13 years.
Yeah. Trying. It's tough. I think so many people are used to being oh my God, this person's an overnight sensation. It's no, there's a lot of work and a lot of no's and a lot of, journey before that. You think it is, but it's not.
I want to talk to you about the no's before we talk about the good, because, the show's all about dreaming big.
Yeah.
I'm such a big dreamer, and I just I'm fascinated when I talk to people who are big dreamers as well, because you had to overcome so much to get to this point. Because you said, people just probably on Instagram, the good life, or they're on social media, or they go on Netflix, they're oh, she's lucky. She's, but they don't really know what you went through.
Oh, no. I was waiting tables I was on the 3rd season of my Disney show, and I was waiting tables.
Wait, what?
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's go back. If anybody doesn't know this, Jessica, you were on a big show on Disney.
Yeah, I was on Liv and Maddie for 4 seasons.
With Dove Cameron.
With Dove Cameron, my baby. She's killing it right now. But yeah, it was probably my biggest break before On My Block, and I was you never know, that phone cannot ring next week. So that's the downside of being a guest star, is you never know. So I was I gotta work.
So this is fascinating for me, because you're on a big show on a big network and with a big star, and at the same time you're waiting tables.
Yeah.
And wait, when you're waiting tables, are people wait up, aren't you on?
Yeah.
And explain to me that moment.
I would give people their burgers and then take pictures with their kids and then leave.
Stop.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I had bills to pay. Wow. It's tough. It's
so fame came and the cash wasn't the coin wasn't following.
Well, it's not necessarily that. It's not oh my God. I just wanted to be prepared for whatever, because I just know what it's like for that phone not to ring. And I just never wanted to be without a job. So it was important to me that if, they stop calling me, I'm still going to be able to live here. It's tough. And I'm used to not, having that phone ring all the time. So I needed to be prepared.
And wait, where were you waiting tables?
The counter in Studio City.
Oh my God, I know where that is.
I opened that restaurant.
Stop.
Yes.
Okay, do you go back there now?
Hell yeah.
Do you get free food? Or
I do.
They hook it up for you?
They do hook it up. They do. It's. I mean, I love the owners there. What up, Jason and Greg?
Hi, guys. Wait, is your picture front and center?
I don't know, but it should be. I'll sign a headshot for you.
Yes.
No, but I mean, I loved it. I feel like I got my people skills from waiting tables.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know people who want to talk to you and people who don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, it's an asset. I feel like it's important. I think everyone should either work in retail or work at a restaurant.
Yeah, I did retail.
See?
I sold shoes.
That's why you're good. That's why you are wearing these shoes right
You
now.
guys, I'm wearing these shoes today. I'm going to show you guys.
Look at that.
It's hot, but the outfit, like I'm wearing a $10 t-shirt from H&M. The shoes are Balenciaga. My stylist was like, you need to get these. And I was like, yeah, I need to get it. And then I'm like, wait, what? That's how much it costs?
I can't.
But I splurge on shoes.
As you should.
Yeah. Like if you know.
As you shoes.
As a shoes. It's not even a word. We'll
Yes,
make
it
it
is
into a
now.
word. It is now. I'm curious about this because this is such a LA thing. Like when you were waiting tables, someone famous come in and you're like, what do I do?
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino came in.
Stop.
Hell yeah, we had so many. Steve Carell was probably like my favorite because he is the sweetest human being in the world. He came in when we had our soft open, which for people that don't know, you open a restaurant, you have a soft open to see like how people like it or like just how the flow is gonna be.
They get free food.
And they got free food. He didn't understand that concept. So like he got all his food and he's like asking for the bill and we're like, oh no, it's free today. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
No, I ordered all this food. And like he tipped ridiculous because of that.
Wow,
like,
that's good to know.
Yes, he's an incredible, like we were really blessed to have people. I mean, there were some people that were not so great, but I won't mention them.
You tell me after the
We'll
show.
talk
I would
after.
never put you on blast.
Maybe I'll write a tell-all. No. Wouldn't that be interesting though?
That would be interesting.
I think that would be a bestseller.
That would be interesting. You know, it's sometimes so sad because some people that I idolize and then you meet them in person.
It's the worst thing in the world.
It's the worst thing. And like, I just wish I don't want to meet my idols. Except, I mean, I've met Oprah and she was like, obviously what you expect Oprah to be, nothing different. So I love you, Oprah. But some other people I idolize and I met and I'm like,
yeah,
so heartbreaking.
That's like big. That's a huge thing for me, especially because my fans are so young that it's like I could never, like, I don't care what has happened in my day. I am taking that picture. I am signing whatever because it's like I have memories because I'm from Orlando. Like I'm used to seeing like the big like boy bands and stuff like that.
Oh yes.
So it's like yeah,
wait, like NSYNC,
NSYNC. Yes. Oh my sister dated Joey in high school.
Wait, what?
Isn't that crazy? But like that's something that like I remember going up to people and not getting that reaction back, and I grew up thinking like this person was not nice to me, and I could never do that to somebody. Like, oh my god.
So wait, do you get recognized everywhere you go now?
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? Yeah.
Because it's such a weird thing to say.
Hold on. That was so cute. It was like kind of like this, like, I felt like you turned into a cat. You're like, meow.
Yeah, no, it's
kind of.
We have incredible fans and they're super like vocal and like, they feel like they know us. So they like want to come up and like talk, and it's beautiful.
Do you get more excited for the fans and like they're kind of like, okay, relax? I feel like you probably get more excited. Like,
no, it's funny. Well, I just want to make them comfortable. Like when fans come up to you and they are crying or they're shaking.
That's such a,
oh, you just don't know what to do. Like it's.
What are the stuff you hear? Like you know, because of you, I could see myself on TV.
That's
right?
a huge one. Or I'm like just not even from the show, but me personally, like even from my Instagram, like feeling more confident in their body.
Yeah.
Or feel like it's such a weird thing, but like I'll post like a picture with like showing a little bit of my body, and they're like, how can I be that confident? I'm not a size 2. And I'm like, boo, like you have to be your number one fan. That is so important.
Wow. I love that message. Be your number one fan. I just had a baby. And it's
where?
I mean, trust me, you missed him. He was here like a couple hours, like 2 hours ago.
There was a baby here.
There was a baby here. He came out of me, yeah. And it's been hard, like it's there. Trust me.
I've never looked like this, and a child has never been in
you
this
don't want to
area.
see me naked. Okay, I'll say that. It might look good in the clothes, but you do not want to see me naked.
I doubt that. I'm gonna see it. I mean, I won't see it obviously because that's weird.
You don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it. I'd pay good money for that.
You don't want to see it. And it's hard. It's hard to like feel like your best self. So like you give me some advice right now.
I can't. But like that says something because like I think you are absolutely stunning. And the fact that you have any moments of doubt is crazy to me. Like,
it's been a hard, like, you go through so many emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
We're doing therapy right now.
You made a person.
Am I doing therapy right now about like me having a kid?
I did bring a couch.
Yes, you did. So like, just give me some advice for people listening. Like, how do you get in that zone of being confident in yourself?
I think it's like something that you have to constantly remind yourself. I think it's a daily struggle. Like there are days where I'm like, oh my God, why do I even get out of bed in the morning? You know?
Because, I have those days.
Yeah, because like it's so easy for me to go to each body part and go, ugh.
Yeah.
But that is not you as much as that's society on you, because you've been told this is beautiful. And because of that, you're not able to celebrate the things about yourself. Like when I was younger, I wanted this gap gone, like nobody's business. I was so tired of like, it's good. Yeah. Like all these jokes. And then like now when I meet a photographer, the first thing they say is, oh my God, your teeth. Oh my God, I want to photograph your teeth. I want like just.
So they got you to wear braces.
I know, but even though my orthodontist was like, I mean, you could, but I like it. Like,
yeah,
you know
I like
what I mean?
it. I think it works with your character. It's who you are.
Yeah, it's fun. It's unexpected. And like, if I were skinny, if I had a closed gap, I would just be Vanessa Hudgens, and we already got one of those. You know what I mean? She's doing her thing.
You're hilarious. Like, I can't.
We can curse?
Yeah, we could curse. Yeah.
Yo, I've been on my best behavior.
No, you could totally curse. I mean, now we're getting started. I want to talk to you because like there's a lot of people that follow who are like in the industry, who are actors, and I just like tell us about those moments.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where when I was first coming into auditions, it was like, you know, you're like this anyway, and you have your paper and you look around and you start sizing yourself up because you see different versions of you. You're like, this is the skinnier me, this is the younger me, this is the prettier me, this is the quirkier me. And it's like, that's another thing that I feel like gave me such a tough exterior, because I was like, this, like, you know what I mean? If they want them, they want them, and what's for them is for them, and what's for me is for me, and nobody can take that away from you. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna stop hitting these auditions being like, I'm gonna be the best like that I can look or I can be. I'm like, I'm gonna bring me to this role, and you either take it or you don't. Like, I'll get 5 more no's before I get a yes, but I'm gonna get a yes, and if not, I'm gonna write it for myself. Like, I feel like so many people in this industry are just waiting for that phone to ring.
No, create the opportunity for yourself.
Doesn't work like that. You know, and like I was saying before, like for different people, it's different things. Like I'm Latino, so that's already like a marginalized group, but I'm also not a Sofia Vergara. You know, those type of women are going to get more of those roles than necessarily me. So it's like, again, I have to bring whatever I can bring that no one else can. And then hope for the best.
I love that. I love that you do your own writing. I mean, I'm all about like create opportunities for yourself.
You have to.
In this day and age with social media, with the web, like it's so easy to like have a concept. Let's put it out there, see if it works.
Yeah, I mean, these kids that make these videos, they're like 8 years old to like high school that are editing and making these incredible videos that like, I'm like, shit, people in this industry can't do this.
Let's talk about On the Block. For anyone who hasn't seen it, how would you describe it?
Well, I would say that On My Block is about like a group of kids that are growing up in the inner city, and it's like them just kind of like growing into themselves as adults, as teenagers, going into high school, and having like the everyday problems that you've seen on other shows, but also the fact that we are dealing with poverty and gang violence. And I think that it's like the first time for me seeing people of color be able to be multi-dimensional. Like, you know, it's tough for me to just see the same people going through the same problems, but it's like, you know, we're telling our own story now. And I think that's so important. Like, we can be like that Freaks and Geeks.
It's so funny, the show. The show is hilarious, you guys. The cast is amazing. Jessica, you are amazing.
Thank you.
Leading the show. What has this experience taught you working with Netflix?
Oh, well, just the fact that like my voice matters. Like, it's so easy to be on a show where you're like, I don't want to say anything, or I don't want to pitch a line because, you know, this is like such a, there are writers that do that, and they have opened that up for them to be more authentic experiences and allow me to like, you know, change a line.
Wow.
Or feel like, hey, I'm not sure about this line. Like, I feel like it could be misread a certain way. And they're like, oh shit, okay. And then like, they understand that.
I love that the network does that because, I mean, and that's why Netflix is so successful with their shows. I mean, your show was voted or was downloaded or was watched like the most
number one
binge worthy show of 2018, which like there's a lot of shows on Netflix.
Yes. It also might help that I have told like every single person I know to just watch it on repeat constantly.
And all of Cuba and Mexico for some reason had tuned in. They had to tune in for this show. Which I love that. But I mean, that's a big deal. It's a big compliment. I mean, that just shows the authenticity of the show, and people like, you know.
And that people want it.
Yeah, people want it.
People want to hear people of color and their voices and their stories because, I mean, we take up so much of the population.
I'm just so tired of the cookie cutter shows with the same old like characters, the same old the same type of people that play those roles. Bring it, and Netflix is doing that, and your show I feel like is doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you're inspiring so many people out there. I mean, what's like some of the things that you hear when people come up to you about your background and how you're changing other people's lives?
It's just being like, I got a tweet yesterday that hit me so hard. This older gentleman was saying that the relationship that I had with Ruby in this season mirrored how his friends were to him when his sister was shot and killed. And it's like, you can't, like, what do you even say? Yeah. Like, the fact that we're impacting people on a level where their stories were not even told, but, like, not even listened to or even thought that those matter. Like, we watch shows like those SVUs or whatever, not knocking those shows are amazing. But it's like, there was a shooting and we moved on. But, like, there's a life connected to that. There's a family connected to that. Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, you typically end here. There was the shooting, there was an arrest, and that's bye. Yeah. But now you're actually getting to go home with people that are dealing with that and understand that PTSD runs so deep and so rampant in our community, and it goes undiagnosed. Wow. And the fact that, Ruby's going through what he is, and he's going through those, like, cycles of grief are so important for people to see, especially young people that may not know what they're going through or think that what they're going through is not normal, and it actually is.
I feel like also we live in this like glamorized society because of social media with the filters and everything so perfect, and it's like, no.
Oh yeah, I don't post on a bad day.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You want your best side. Like
exactly.
when you walk, you're like, this is great. That's my good side. I'm like, this is my good side. But sometimes I open up about my struggles on social media, but I don't like talk about every single thing that happens in my life. Like if I did, it would be like,
exactly,
screw this bitch. Like, like she's got too many problems and issues. She
got good shoes, but she got a lot of baggage.
She's got a lot of baggage. I love that you said you had this thing in you where you're like, I'm gonna do it, even though all odds were against you.
Why not? It's like one of these things that's like you can live your life running from your dreams or thinking your dreams are too big, or you can face them head on. Like you will never fail if you try. Because you will at least learn something from it. Yeah. And days are gonna be hard. Like I have days where like I'm on the floor crying and like complaining about this or that, but I will always get up. I will have my moment, but I will get up.
So you're a role model for many people out there. I'm dying to know, who was your role model growing up?
Oh my God. You know what? Growing up, I think it was like a lot of women that have passed. Elizabeth Taylor was huge for me.
Oh yeah.
Like because when growing up, my mom would watch these Turner Classic Movies, and she got me like obsessed. Yeah. So I wanted to be Vivian Leigh in Gone with the Wind. Like that was a huge thing for me. And then seeing Barbra Streisand in Funny Girl. Yeah. I was like, she's quirky. She's not like everyone's version of what is commercially beautiful, even though she's stunning.
And she was like a smart woman. Like she produced and directed, and she did everything. She wasn't just a face and or a voice.
And I look up to a boss, like a woman that takes charge and knows what she wants and goes for it. Yeah. I'm like. So right now, like Eva Longoria is a big one for me.
Yes, I love what Eva's doing because she is producing, she's directing, she's acting. She
has her own foundation.
She just became a mom, which was so amazing.
And she looks like you. Like
we share a hairstylist, that's why.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'll introduce you to Ken.
Yeah.
We share a hairstylist, and I've met Eva many times before. She's been on the show.
In this chair?
Not in this chair because we didn't have this set then, but she's done my show before. She is an amazing person. But Eva's a great person to
seeing Selena was the first time like I was like, oh my God, I can do this. So, and I love it because she wasn't the best Spanish speaker, which is like me.
Yeah. I'm kind of like that with Armenian. I'm not the best.
Are you first generation?
I am first generation. Look, I speak it. But when I'm by people, I get very intimidated and I feel like they're going to judge me on my accent. Right?
Okay, that is a universal other language thing because like I feel like I didn't speak Spanish because my mom would raise that eyebrow and like that gringa accent. Like,
My mom is the one who calls me out actually before anybody else. Other people are like,
she like shamed me into not speaking Spanish.
I blame my mom who's probably watching and listening. I blame you for why I don't speak Armenian in front of people because she's the first one to call me out to be like, doesn't sound good.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And I feel like that generation, they're all about perfection.
Yes.
And we're kind of all all like, I'm not perfect. This is what it is.
Well, we're straddling that line. It's like, for you, it's like, am I Armenian enough? Am I American enough?
I struggle with that. I struggle with that a lot. And I don't know if you do. And you're half Cuban, half Mexican. But when I'm by Armenians, I struggle. I'm not Armenian enough.
Yep.
And then when I'm by my American friends, I struggle because I sound really Armenian and I am like, more Armenian than American. So I'm like in the middle. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know which way to go.
But that's the thing. It's like, do whatever you want. Like, you are from a beautiful culture.
Yeah.
So celebrate that. But then also, like, you are in America, and it's like there should be no border to that.
Yeah.
America is
everything. Right now is a good time for us because, 10 years ago when I started, 10, 12 years ago when I started my career, it wasn't that easy to do anything.
Yeah.
Right? So now it's like everyone's embracing different cultures.
Because the studios, Hollywood is realizing that we make money too. And people will spend money to see us
we're the ones watching these shows.
Exactly.
Let's accommodate who's watching the shows. Okay, so season 2 is started March 29. Okay, did you guys get told like there's gonna be season 3 happening? Like what's going on in Netflix?
Not yet. We are crossing every finger, every toe. We should find out probably within a month, I want to say. Okay. But it can take up to 3 months. You never know.
You never know.
So it took a month last season, which is why
that's huge. That's huge. If it took a month, that was it's a hit.
Yeah, and that's the thing is no one knew us. Nobody knew. It's not like we have big names attached to our show. It was just we win, sink or swim, and we did really well. So and the reactions from this season have been ridiculous.
How did the show come about? Talk to me about that.
Well, Lauren Unerick, who was the creator of Awkward, joined forces with Eddie Gonzalez and Jeremy Haft, who did the Tupac movie, and they Eddie Gonzalez was born and raised in Compton. So he already had these stories. Ruby is loosely made for him, very much about his life. And I got approached much later. I had a girlfriend who was auditioning, and she's Latina too. And she was like, girl, this is not for me, but Jasmine, you need to read this. And I read this, and I was like, this is amazing. I want to be a part of this. And I got the audition and, brought my own little sazon to it. Yeah. I told them I changed a couple of the lines, which is always a toss-up if people are going to like that or not, but I always do it.
Yeah.
And they liked it. And that's all she wrote. I think I was one of the only Jasmines in consideration, which is the sweetest thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are a unique individual where you walk in a room and it's your personality takes over the whole room. So I could see you walking out audition and just killing it.
I came in overalls and a plaid shirt around my waist. I was like, hey, what's up? No, thank God they liked it. That would have been horrible if they're like, listen, this girl, she came in screaming, hey.
Yeah, wrong.
Get her out of here.
Okay, I have some fortune cookies here for you. Let's dig in.
Can I do the white chocolate?
Yeah,
that's kind of my jam.
Mm-hmm, me too. Mm-hmm.
Then you get that white chocolate
I'm gonna get white chocolate too. You guys want some? We'll pass it on.
Yes. And then,
let's. Okay, what does your fortune cookie say?
My fortune cookie says, you are only starting on your path to success.
Hey, that's an amazing. By the way,
I love that one.
That is that is basically telling your future. Really telling your future, because I feel the same too. I feel like you're just getting started, even though you've been doing this for 13 years. You will gain admiration from your peers. Okay.
I admire you.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that.
That was good.
I'll take that.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. Yeah, cookie cheers. Thank you so much for coming here. I'm very inspired by your story, and I haven't laughed so much in my life than I did in this last 30 to 40 minutes, and felt really good about myself. So please come here every single day.
I will be your hype woman any day.
Hey, hype woman. Yes. I hope you guys enjoy listening to this podcast. I am so inspired. I'm gonna hit the drawing board after Jessica leaves and be like, all right, how am I doing this? How am I figuring this out? I'm so inspired. Where can everybody find you?
Will you please find me on the interwebs on Instagram at Jess_M_Garcia and on Twitter at Jess Marie Garcia.
Yes, you guys make sure to follow her, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast. We'll hear you guys next time. No, hope you find us here next time. Let me try another version. Bye.